Hey, Stop from Toons. We are going to go through the quick guide to installing the Teak option in the woven vinyl flooring from pontoonstuff.com. This happens to be the gray teak pattern in the woven vinyl. So you have the vinyl weave still. We have a layer of vinyl, a layer of cushioning, and a layer of felt. So that cushion is going to give you a really nice feel on your bare feet. And the top surface, the woven vinyl, is going to be that water resistant. Water's just going to run right off of it. Easy to maintain, easy to clean. Today we're using the D128 adhesive from Deckmate. This is going to be a roll-on application. It's pretty liquidy. If you shake it, you're going to hear it and feel it. But occasionally you might get a different adhesive from pontoonstuff.com or Deckmate. That's okay. Even if it's a little thicker, every adhesive that they've sent me that we've done floors with, we're able to use a paint roller, the same application we're going to do on this boat. So what I do to get prepared, we've already got our deck boards down, our new deck boards that came as the kit with the vinyl. What I need to be concerned with is making sure that when I pick a center point, because what we're going to do, you'll see, is we're going to fold one side back at a time. What I'm going to do is make sure that if this is my center line here, I'm going to measure over this. We're choosing the starboard side, so on the front and the back, I'm going to measure over the same. It looks like right about 53 inches in this case. 51 would be halfway, but to get on a line and make it as close to center as possible, we're going to pick 53 inches in from starboard, and I'm going to make a mark on my plywood. I'm going to do the same exact mark on the back of the boat, and that way I can line up this same stripe of the teak pattern with the mark on the back, and that way I know that when I pull this tight and I start gluing, that this line is straight front to back, and that's going to help maintain the rest of the lines nice and straight so we get them running as perfect as possible. I've got this line, this is going to be my center line, lined up with the 53-inch mark on the plywood. That's right in the center of the line, of that teak line. I'm going to go ahead and clamp this. So what this is going to do is keep that vinyl from moving. It also gives me a pivot point when I roll the vinyl. I'm going to get a PVC roller and I'm going to roll this out all the way to the back, and then I'll clamp. I already made a mark just like this, 53 inches from starboard in the back. And rolling it out is going to give me the ability to tighten everything down so that when I flip side to side, my lines stay nice and square. With both boards clamped in and that line, that center teak line on the 53-inch mark, everything looks nice and square. We give it once over, and now we're ready to peel back one side. Doesn't matter which side we want to start with. We'll peel one back and we can apply the glue one side at a time, roll it out, and have a beautiful new floor. What we've done here is peeled back one side. I'm going to dump out, this is a 20-foot deck, 8.5 wide. I could dump the whole gallon out. I'd have to work it around a lot, so I'll probably use most of the gallon. I might save a little bit left. I can always add more later. It's not as easy to take glue off. And again, this stuff is pretty runny, so as you dump it out, be careful. I like to get a good amount at the start to work that start area, and then just a nice continuous amount to the back of the boat, and then we'll just spread it back and forth, kind of like you're painting a wall. Get a nice even coat, and then we can roll it back and roll it out with the PVC pipe. The first side rolled out, lines look really good. I'm gonna go ahead, while that's just starting to cure and get tacky, I'm gonna trim the excess off of this side And then I'll remove the clamps, flip the other side over, and repeat the process that we just did. And once we've trimmed the entire boat and we're all done with the gluing, then we'll go around and staple about every 6 to 8 inches, the stainless steel staple all the way around the boat. The staples will get covered by the deck trim that's going to go on to cover the outsides of the boat as well. We'll roll this other side back just to where I can see the glue from the first side, and then I can go, if I go over that glue a little bit, that's just fine. In fact, if your glue starts to cure, maybe you're outside in the sun, you're working fast, but the glue's starting to turn clear, that means that it's starting to cure. Just go back over top of it with fresh glue and it'll reactivate and you'll be just fine. That is the teak floor. If you haven't met Banks yet, this is Banks.
Banksy.
River's little sister. She's a Bernese mountain dog. She will also be one of my shop bosses and managers now, but she's a good girl so far. I think River's teaching her the way. If you're shopping for flooring like this is the gray teak. You can purchase this at pontoonstuff.com. Use Tom's Toons at checkout to save 5%. It can save you a lot of money if you're getting a whole kit with the gray teak, or this is available in tan too. And there are other options for standard weave in the vinyl as well. But you can save a lot of money on your kit with your vinyl, your plywood, hardware. Maybe your boat's in good shape and it's just time for a new floor, get rid of the carpet. This is a great option for that too. I gotta go get her.